welcome back to Hood Shaka Live. I'm DJ Hood Shaka, reminding you to go to djhoodshaka.com. Support your boy. Get something from the merchandise list. You know what I'm saying? I got some new merch coming soon, too. You feel me? I'm just saying, holla at your peoples. But peep this, man. Yo. Now, look, normally on Hood Shaka Live, I come with the thoughts that's going on in my mind. And guess what? I'm getting ready to talk about some things that's on my mind. You know what I'm saying? In particular, a friend of mine. I don't know if I'm going to call her a friend, but a friend of mine just called me on the phone, right? And this friend of mine is out of her mind. You know what I'm saying? She is completely out of her mind. She just asked me, and I'm in total shock. And that's why I had to come on live and talk to your family. You know what I'm saying? Because she crazy. She crazy. She going to ask me, yo, did you get the vaccination? What? Now, I was so offended that she said that I wanted to fight her. You know what I'm saying? So what I did is I went on Craigslist, how to kill your best friend, and nobody was hiring. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't hire nobody to kill her. So then I had to make a decision. I said, do you still love her? Is she still your friend? So she's still living. You know what I'm saying? But man, but listen, I'm not well versed in the poisons that people give their children or how these parents in this generation and other generations, of course, have so much trust for a system that has poisoned them. And it's documented by their own historians. See, the government has provided proof that they poisoned you. And you still trust them. Look, the medical industry and the healthcare system is not a system that sees humans as equal. They render certain care to certain individuals. I remember someone going to the hospital, and at the hospital, this hospital refused to deliver health care due to the individual's health insurance. So, in essence, what happened is this individual went to a hospital. The hospital said, hey, we don't take your type of insurance. We'll just send you somewhere that does take your insurance. But this was a grade A hospital, according to people who rate hospitals. Get what I'm saying? Grade A hospital, they turned and refused care to an individual and put this individual back in an ambulance and sent this individual to where they do take that type of insurance. So don't tell me about the oath that these people take. No one values your life. They only care about the resources. That's their money. You got what I'm saying? Your life does not have value to these systems. These healthcare industries, these pharmaceutical industries, these systems that are established, that are completely culturally biased. You know how I know that they culturally biased? Because when you go to medical school, most of these studies, they're not studying your body. Most of these medicines are not for individuals with your body. What do I mean by that, though? Okay. You, because you are economically deprived, you eat a certain type of food. You understand what I'm saying? You eat a certain type of food based on your economics. Certain food you can't afford and you would not afford. So what I mean by you would not afford, you understand what I mean by you cannot afford, but you would not afford because guess what? It's not marketed to people in your economic bracket. That's just how it is. Look, society is structured based on a caste system. It is an economic caste system. That's why people who got this stimulus, hey, if you make below a certain amount, then guess what? You get the stimulus. But if you make above a certain amount, then you don't. You got me? It's all about the financials. The GDP, or, I'm not going to talk about that. Okay, I got this ADHD. I'll be just jump from this subject to this subject. Listen, this is a system that's established totally against you as an individual. And you need to understand that. Don't be dependent upon this system. So you need to be a lot healthier. You got to eat better food. You got to do better. You just got to do better. You know what I'm saying? Back to my friend asking me the most illogical, craziest question. Listen, I don't trust a system that would poison a group of people and allow them to die intentionally, because that's what these people did. So the CDC, you understand what I'm saying? The CDC, they knew what these healthcare individuals were doing in these communities with the Tuskegee experiment. They knew. It was a part of their research. They allowed you to die. They allowed you to die. The state and the government allowed communities of people to die for their own research. They do not care anything about your life. And since I understand this, I am against taking the vaccine. Totally against it. But I'm not encouraging you to not do it. I am encouraging you to do your research. Look, you can go to the CDC, I think cdc.org. Read the paperwork. Read the paperwork. The CDC didn't say, oh, this is safe. They said that you are authorized to take it. They have authorized you to take it. I read the pamphlet. I read what they said about this new vaccine. They got it on the pamphlet. It says that it's authorized. It didn't talk about the long-term health ailments that are associated with. Why? Because it's a novel virus. It just popped up. 10 years is not a long time. That's not long term. Do you understand what I'm saying? 10 years is not a long time. So anything from right now and 10 years ago is not considered a long time as it applies to communicable diseases and viruses. So this is why it's considered novel. This is why it's like a new thing. Anything that has happened within this last 10 years is new. So guess what? What is long-term effects? If 10 years is not considered long-term effects. So guess what? The quote unquote new, improved, and approved vaccinations where's the long-term effects? Now, like I said, I'm not an immunologist. I'm not Dr. Fauci. I am skeptical because I understand the history and what has already happened. So let's say that I'm apprehensive. Now, people are assuring me, we assure you that it's safe. We assure you that it's safe. Okay, cool. Thank you for your assurance. There are so many people who are very happy with your assurance. Those individuals will take the vaccination, and there are already millions. According to what I just read, there are already millions who have taken the vaccination. Now, if you believe that the vaccination is healthy, you believe that it works, you believe that your immune system is stronger after having the vaccination delivered to you, cool. So, if you believe that vaccinations work, if I am in the room with 30 people who got a vaccination, but I did not get a vaccination, and 3 other people did not get a vaccination. So now let's say 33 people in a room. 30 have the vaccination, 3 do not. Are you going to say, those 3 are bad? Those 3 people are bad because they did not get the vaccination. Is that your logic? Should your logic be, since the 30 people have the vaccination and I believe in the vaccination, it really works, then you know what? I think those 30 people will be okay with those 3 people not being vaccinated. Will it work that way? I don't know. I'm asking questions. Because the school systems, I'm hearing that they're going to change and they're going to make vaccinations a requirement. So everyone should just be vaccinated and then woof, everything's fine, right? Right? Okay. I'm just wondering what your logic is. Explain it to me. I am ignorant. I only know what I have researched. And I know that there's not enough research because 10 years is not considered a long time. So please, if you are immunologist, if you've worked at the CDC, I do have friends who've worked at the CDC, but this is just popped into my mind. So I'm just going on live and I'm talking to you right now. If you understand what's going on, and please drop a comment, explain what you think is going on, because I don't know. Something seems to be wrong, because I've never known America to say, you know what? We're going to help everyone. I've never known America to be like that. America has been very selfish. That means that, hey, we're not doing anything for you for free. So now, what's the cost? Who pays what? I don't know. But like I said, if you understand this vaccination stuff, please explain it to me, because I don't understand it. You know, please, I am asking for assistance. Explain this vaccination stuff to me, because I've read about how the immune system works. But why do you just trust all this new information now about the vaccine? That's what I'm wondering. I don't get it. Okay. So I done said all that, but let me go back to the original. My friend, shame on you. You're a bad friend, horrible friend. On a scale of 1 to 10, you're still a 10, but you're just a bad 10. You understand what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Still your friend. You're still family to me. You know, always and forever, I got your back. But asking me if I got the jab? No, I did not. And so I'm just getting on just to answer a question that a friend had that I now want to fight her, though. You know, I'm just playing. I don't, I want people to be like, eventually 10 years from now and be like, oh, that guy said he was going to fight a female. I'm telling you, man, that's what's crazy now about cancel culture. The cancel culture of now, they treat you as if you have to be perfect and you have to have the appearance of perfection all the time. And I'm so disgusted with how everyone is trying to look so perfect. If you go on YouTube, everybody got the perfect sentences. No one is even messing up. And if they do mess up, guess what? They cut that out of the film. You got what I'm saying? It's like, dude, so basically you can't even be you. Now, like I have said over and over, what this is doing is that it's creating a false narrative that's being fed to the minds of people. You are making it where people see this false perspective. They see a false picture or a false image of how individuals interact with one another. And then if they want to do what you do, guess what? They have to strive to be completely perfect, but they don't know that people speak from teleprompters. They don't know that people are editing videos and then they punch in and say this and then they hit at another angle and then say this to create continuity between their sentences. They don't know because they don't know the theater. And this is all smoke and mirrors. It's theater. When I see these people, when I see these actors, this is theater, man. I'm telling you, I hardly believe anything. If an actor saying, hey, you do this. If a congressman saying, oh, you do this. Oh, I don't believe it. Because politicians, they lie too much. You want to pick and choose when to believe a politician? A man once gave me a story about another female walking on a journey. It was kind of cold outside. And she was walking along a road and there was a snake on this road. And this snake was madly and badly damaged. You know what I'm saying? It was damaged on so many different levels. And the snake was talking, was like, hey, help me. Didn't even have the strength to use total voice. This snake was on the verge of dying. It was on the cusp of death. this female felt so sorry for the snake. She was like, look, I would help you, but I can't help you because you'll bite me. And this snake was like, look, I will not bite you. Just save me. Help me. I'm about to freeze to death. I'm cold. I'm hungry. Please. I really need your help. Anything that you can do to assist me. Please help me. If you don't help me, I don't know how I'm going to make it. I didn't eat for X amount of days. I'm hurt. I need your assistance. Please give me food. Please give me shelter. Give me warmth. I need to be warm again. I am going to die. The lady was looking at this snake. She already told the snake, no, man, you going to bite me. I know you're going to bite me. The snake was like, started saying, look, I'm your friend. Look, we're going to be friends. I know I got a bad reputation for being who I am, but I'm not like the others. I'm a different type of snake. So she felt so horrible and she just knew it was so cold outside. She was like, you know what? Okay. I'm going to take you back to my place. So she took the snake in, picked the snake up. She had a lot of precaution, though. So she put the snake in a bag. Boom, she got back to her home. She put the snake in a cage. She said, listen, snake, I'm going to feed you. I'm going to get you back to good health, okay? That snake was like, yes, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Oh, my God, you my best friend. Oh, my God, you my best friend. Oh, I'm really winning right now. You know what I'm saying? You my peoples. You know what I'm saying? That's what the snake said to her. So she was feeding the snake every single day. She was talking to the snake. The snake had great conversation. She was like, oh, man, this snake is the ultimate. So then, boom, it came to a time where she was like, you know, because she got like super close with the snake. And the snake was super close with her. The snake was strong. The snake had a new coat. You know, it had new skin and shed. The skin was just new transformation type snake. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoop, that is the snakiest of all snakes. Look at that snaky snake. You know what I'm saying? So, boom. Snake like, hey, I'm ready to go on my own. No, I can just stay with you. I can just chill with you. And then, you know, she started thinking, you know, this snake been really good to me. You know what? I'm going to chill with the snake. The snake was like, man, I know you want to chill. You know, I know you like talking to me, but man, I be in this cage all day. I'm tired of being in the cage. She like, man, you got a point there. You got a point there. I just been keeping you in this cage all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've been a real good friend to me. So she let the snake out the cage. So the snake, you know what I'm saying? He just sliding around, sliding around. Sliding around. Hey, yeah, sliding around. Woo, sliding around. You know what I'm saying? That snake just sliding around, just getting this on. You know what I'm saying? So boom. So one day she was getting ready to go on a journey, right? She was getting ready to go back and see her peoples. You know what I'm saying? So boom, she like, okay, listen, snaky snake. Hey, I'm getting ready to go see my peoples. You know what I'm saying? Do you want to stay here or do you want to roll with me? The snake was like, listen, fam. You know what I'm saying? What's up, fam? You know what I'm saying? Hey, your peoples are my people. I'm going to roll with you. You know what I'm saying? So she like, bad word. That's what it is. We can ready to make this happen. So, you know what I'm saying? She packed up all her stuff. You know what I'm saying? Boom, she packed up all her stuff. She packed up food for her, packed up food for the snake. You know what I'm saying? So then she put the snake on her shoulder. She just chilling with the snake. She's like, look, we can ready to go on this. You know what I'm saying? These are the goodies that I got. I got this food, and this is what we're going to do. We're going to stop here. We're going to have a little fun. So boom, she walking on the journey with the snake. Boom, they get to their first stop. Boom, they eat the food. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Boom, they finish eating. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, they pack up, then they continue the journey, Snake just chilling with her on the shoulder, you know what I'm saying? So, she just talking to the snake. Snake like, yeah, And then all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? She was looking at some things that were going on, and then she heard and felt this terrible pain in the back of her neck. It stung her. It shocked her, sent her into paralysis. She fell to the ground, holding her neck. And she looked over and she saw that the snake had bit her. And she was like, oh my God, I can't feel this part of my body and this part of my body. Oh my God. And the snake was like, yeah, that's poison. That poison is causing paralysis. She looking at the snake. She got tears coming down her eyes because she about to die. Things getting closing in right now. Everything getting dark. She said, look, I fed you. I provided you shelter. I communicated with you. I did everything that I'm supposed to do. You're supposed to be my friend. You are my family. He was like, yes, you did. And you are my family. But I'm a snake. I want you to stay focused, stay safe, support the hood.